Alright, if you think the previous videos were a bit unorthodox, this is where the rabbit hole becomes a live volcano. One day you will believe me, kid. I call you kid, not in a pejorative way of saying you are a lesser person than me, but I call you kid because although your current body has grown and you have spent years on this planet trying to overcome what you think are the hardest obstacles you'll ever face, most of what you've seen is nothing but child play. I've seen realms that in your current form, this body wouldn't last a minute. But that's okay. We all know that only seeing is believing these days. But we've taken care of that as well. By the way, be ready to hear me interchange the pronouns here and there. We, he, she, you, they. I do that because it is a wonderful technique that has helped me to come to grips with the fact that we are all one. But it's okay that most of us are not ready to accept that yet. A bunch of us feel this itching when someone calls us a pronoun we don't identify ourselves with, while others are angry because they miss the way they used to divide us by using these pronouns when they were younger. But both sides are still not ready to realize that they were all made up. Change the language and the pronoun either change, and some languages don't even have pronouns. Purposefully, of course. Every single pronoun was invented just so we can comprehend that the body and soul that is being referred to is on the other side of the I and me. Kid, we are so young that we fail to see that every spoken language as we know today is on its way out. They are not exact and conflict easily arises from them. Just look at Ukraine, for example, now. Brother McKenna said that many times. He also said that in the future, we'll be selling light, and here we are selling NFTs, but I don't listen. I hear it, but I don't listen. You don't listen when I tell you that we are all one. But for thousands of years, I keep trying to show you that in any way I can. You call it gravity every time you jump and I pull you down. But I call it a mother pulling her child back to the cradle. Because he's just not ready for what is out there yet. That's why when we're lying on our crib, I hang planets and stars above you. So you can see them, but you cannot touch them yet. You're not ready to understand what a planet or a star is. Not when you giggle every time we play peekaboo, or when she puts a new toy in front of your face. You're not ready. I don't wake up jumping out from my bed with my eyes closed. I put one foot after the other, but only after I've opened my eyes. That's why they can't show you all that they are at once. The consciousness awakening has started, and it is spreading one step at a time. Through my plants. Through our plants. Some of us have seen the realms I'm talking about, but others are still too immature to even figure out that time itself exists only in our minds. Space is what we really have, but even still, we can bend it. I use plants to talk to you because you don't see that I've put plants all around you, but you still don't see that you are one of them, and that it's not a good or a bad thing. It just is. Next time we look at a tree for a moment, let's stop and pretend that we are looking at the space above us. Let's pretend that the branches are planets and the leaves are our bodies. Now let's imagine that the universe is our gardener, who is, as I said, still part of us, but just the current custodian, making sure our leaves grow well. If you know anything about plants, you should know that sometimes we need to cut a few weak leaves in order for them to grow. Now some of us would think we need to cut the bad ones so the good ones will grow. Now, two things. She never used the term bad. Oftentimes those leaves are weak because they've spent too long in the dark, and a loving gardener will even turn the whole pot around if that means bringing some light to the weak leaf. You don't see leaves going around killing each other because they think the other one is bad, or the other one has a different religion or a different political view. It's the magnificent hand of the universe who does that, a hand that you can't even understand. And there are many hands. Again, I'm not talking about a creator, I'm talking about multiple beings living together and knowing that they need each other to create. The gardener doesn't even breathe if there are no plants to clear his air in this giant fishbowl we call Earth. The universe is huge, and you have a bunch of siblings waiting for you outside this cradle. But please take your time, even though your time is a construct. Your brothers and sisters are watching you from afar, and some of our plants let you visit them. I even put some of them in the cradle with you, so you don't fall. But for now, you can't see them. For now, be now. You have nowhere else to go. Until you do. Every time you arrive in this place in the form of a baby, you know everything I'm telling you here. But the current strong narrative is designed to make you forget it. You used to love knowing this stuff a few thousand years ago, but you remember it again. We all will. One way or another. This is the life algorithm. The life algorithm. And I know I've said it before, but